Hey guys, Universal here, and in today's video I'll be going over the most asked question of Fruit Battlegrounds. What is the fastest slash best way to level up your fruit? First off, there are three main ways to level up your fruit. Playing the game, fighting bosses, and AFKing the game with a macro. First off, before we get into anything, if you want to level up faster, get the 2x EXP Game Pass. It is literally a necessity when leveling your fruit. Okay, first off, we'll be talking about the hands down worst method to leveling your fruit. I don't recommend it at all because it is by far the slowest method, which is just playing the game. Because not only do you take a lot of time in between using moves, you're not just spamming them over and over again because you're like actually trying to kill somebody. And the XP gain is way too slow from that. And it's like not enough XP to be justified for like what you're doing. So it's just don't use this method. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't use this method. It is the worst method if you're looking for fast levels. All right, coming in at a much higher second place than the last one on the list, we have. I don't want to hear any little excuses to why you haven't already liked this video. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to fix that mistake. Thank you for correcting your mistake. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Boss hunting, which is arguably the fastest way to level up, but that is like RNG based. Now let me explain. So when it comes to boss farming, you get a good chunk of XP from killing a boss, but the only thing about it is it's based off of the damage that you do to a boss. And the only problem with that is Kaido is the boss that gives a good amount of XP. He gives like 22k at max like damage, I think. And the only problem with this is while you're fighting a boss, people will try to kill you. You will get hit by other people's moves. If your fruit isn't good enough, you won't be able to do enough damage. And you have to wait for the hour-long spawn time. So you have to keep server hopping until you find a server where he's getting near to spawning, because you most likely won't find one where he's already spawned, and then you'll still be able to get a good amount of damage. That's why, though in theory and on paper, it sounds like the best method, it is not the best method. It should be the best method, but it's not. And you can still use this. This is preferable to people who can't AFK the game, which is our number one. Hint, hint. It's kind of obvious, but I mean, it's an okay method to level up if you don't want to just AFK the game all day and you actually want to play the game. It's all right. You can do that, but it's second. It's decent, but it's not the best. And anyways, let's go ahead and get into the best. All right, and now we're to our number one, and my personal favorite, and the only one that I really use, macroing. Now let me explain it real quick. I'll have the link to my macro tiny task in the description. You record your inputs, so you basically want to spam every single one of your moves, even if they're on cooldown. Keep spamming them, keep clicking, keep spamming, keep clicking. It does not matter. You just want to make sure you're doing stuff the whole time. You're just going to keep doing this over and over and over. And then I like to wait until my ult cooldown resets, and then I like to stop the loop because that's like a good point to stop it. But if you don't have the ult, so you can't check that, just keep going for about like 30, 40 seconds and then stop it. And then you can press record again, it'll stop it and it'll have you recording. And then make sure you go to preferences, you put on continuous playback, and then once you do that, you're good. And then you just turn on your macro, and then bam. It's going to do all the inputs for you, and you have nothing to worry about. And I usually, from like 8 hours, I'll get about like 50 or so levels, but I have 2x EXP, so I know it's probably much slower without it. And always, always, always make sure you are AFKing or whatever you're doing in Wano, because you get 2x EXP in Wano. So if you're just staying in Dressrosa, you're literally wasting your chance to get EXP. But yeah, those are like the three methods to gain EXP and max out your fruits. The worst being playing the game, second being farming bosses, and the number one being to just macro the game. It's literally all there really is right now. Maybe we'll get more options in the future. I don't really want bandit beating, but maybe they'll add like more bosses. That's what I really want. But we'll see. And that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and just let me know what other ideas you got for me to make. Probably gonna do a slandering video soon. But that's it for this one. See you guys in the next one. Peace.